exactly what you're carrying today. It's heavy, isn't it? That constant weight on your chest that whispers, you should be doing more, giving more, being more for everyone else. Maybe you feel guilty for finally saying no to your adult children who still expect you to solve their problems. Maybe you feel guilty for wanting time alone, for not visiting your aging parents every single day, or for choosing your own happiness over everyone else's comfort. Here's what I need you to understand right now. 89% of women over 50 carry guilt that was never theirs to carry in the first place. Society taught us that our worth comes from endless sacrifice, but that's a lie that's keeping you small. Today, we're going to do something revolutionary. We're going to identify every piece of guilt you're carrying, look it straight in the eye, and set it free forever. Find your safe space. This might be your bedroom, your favorite chair, or even locked in your car for 12 minutes of peace. Close your eyes and take the deepest breath you've taken all week. This is your guilt intervention. This is your liberation day. Let's start by naming the guilt patterns that are stealing your peace. As I speak, notice which ones make your chest tighten, your shoulders rise, or your stomach clench. The guilt of not being available 24/7 for your adult children who still want you to be their emotional manager. The guilt of setting boundaries with family members who've gotten used to your unlimited giving. The guilt of aging, of not looking the same way you did at 30, of taking up space in a world obsessed with youth. The guilt of having needs, wanting rest, romance, adventure, or simply quiet time without someone demanding your attention. The guilt of not being the perfect mother, wife, daughter, or friend that society demanded you be. The guilt of changing, growing, and becoming someone who won't tolerate disrespect anymore. Breathe with whatever comes up. Feel where this guilt lives in your body. Is it a tight knot in your stomach, a heavy weight on your chest, tension in your jaw from all the words you've swallowed? This guilt has been your unwanted companion for decades, but today we're evicting it permanently. Now I want you to imagine something powerful. You're standing in a beautiful open field at sunset. The sky is painted in the most gorgeous shades of gold and pink you've ever seen. Look down at your hands. You're holding an old, worn backpack. This backpack represents every piece of guilt you've been carrying. Guilt about your choices, your boundaries, your needs, your evolution as a woman. Feel how heavy this backpack is. You've been carrying it for so long you forgot what it felt like to stand up straight, to breathe fully, to move through the world without this crushing weight. Now, slowly and deliberately, set this backpack down on the ground in front of you. Unzip it. Look inside. You see all the guilt you've been carrying. The guilt about not being the mother who sacrifices everything. The guilt about wanting your life back after raising your children. The guilt of saying no to demands on your time and energy. The guilt about choosing yourself sometimes. The guilt about aging naturally instead of fighting it desperately. The guilt of having opinions that might make others uncomfortable. One by one, take each piece of guilt out of the backpack. As you remove each one, say firmly, "This guilt was never mine to carry. I release it now." Watch as each piece of guilt transforms into a butterfly and flies away, or dissolves into golden light that returns to the earth. Continue until the backpack is completely empty. Now stand up tall, feel the incredible lightness. Your shoulders can relax, your back can straighten. You can breathe fully for the first time in years. Look at that empty backpack. You never have to pick it up again. Walk away from it. Leave it in that field where it can become compost for something beautiful. But it will never burden you again. This is what freedom feels like. Now that you've released what wasn't yours, let's claim what is yours. Your right to exist without guilt, your right to have needs, your right to say no without explanation, apologies. Imagine a beautiful, shimmering boundary of light surrounding you. This boundary is made of pure self-respect and love. It allows in genuine love, respect, and healthy connection, but it keeps out guilt, manipulation, and unreasonable demands. Feel this boundary around you. It's not a wall, it's a filter. It protects your energy, your peace, your right to exist as you are. Now, let's program some new truths into your system. Repeat these with me, feeling their power. I am allowed to put myself first sometimes, and this is not selfish, it's necessary. Feel that truth settling in. I am allowed to say no without justifying, explaining, or apologizing. Let that sink deep. I am not responsible for managing other people's emotions or reactions to my choices. Breathe with that freedom. My needs matter. My peace matters. My happiness matters just as much as anyone else's. Feel how revolutionary that is. I release the need to be everything to everyone. I choose to be authentic to myself. Notice how that feels in your body. I will no longer carry guilt for growing, changing, and becoming who I'm meant to be at this stage of life. Let that truth fill every cell. As we prepare to return to your guilt-free life, I want you to anchor these truths so deep that guilt can never take root again. Place both hands on your heart and repeat with fierce conviction. I release all guilt that was never mine to carry. Feel the lightness. I choose self-respect over people-pleasing. Feel your power. I am responsible for my happiness, and others are responsible for theirs. Feel the freedom. I will no longer shrink myself to make others comfortable. Feel your expansion. I am a complete woman, worthy of love and respect, exactly as I am right now. Let that truth fill every single being. My guilt-free life starts now. Feel the power of that decision. As you prepare to open your eyes and return to your world, make this sacred commitment. When someone tries to guilt you back into old patterns, you'll remember this moment. You'll remember how light you feel without carrying burdens that belong to others. You'll remember that no is a complete sentence, that your worth isn't measured by how much you sacrifice, that putting yourself first sometimes isn't selfish, it's survival. You're not returning to your old life. You're returning as a guilt-free woman who knows her worth and protects her peace. Take 3 deep breaths, wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Welcome back, guilt-free warrior. You are free to live as yourself, unapologetically, and without carrying what was never yours to carry. If this meditation helped you release even one piece of unnecessary guilt, hit that like button and share this with another woman who needs permission to let go. We're not just healing ourselves, we're breaking generational patterns of guilt and showing the world what free women look like.